So welcome to the Sakala Vidya Education channel. So today I am going to discuss the numerical problems in physics. Generally I discuss the physics problems, whereas the Mr. Sivaramakrishna will discuss the concept as well as the objective type questions based on the physics will be taught by Mr. Sivaramakrishna. So I will deal with these numerical problems. So today we start with vector chapter. So this will be very useful for a NEET examination as well as JEE mains examination, EAMCET examination, even for those who are studying for foundational level physics also. It might be 8th class or 9th class or 10th class, even 11th and 12th class also. Very useful. For diploma stream students also, very important. So now first let me discuss the important points. After that, the important points followed by the problems will be discussed. So first let us have a discussion on the important points. The important points. So first point, magnitude of resultant vector. Magnitude of resultant vector. Resultant vector. So that is equal to, actually the resultant is denoted by the R bar. Okay. The magnitude is denoted by that, we can write mod R bar. So that is equal to root over, we can write, so modulus of vector P whole square plus modulus of vector Q whole square plus 2 modulus of vector P into modulus of vector Q and cos theta. So let's have a discussion on what are the PQ and what is theta. So let's have a clear clarity. So here write down where P bar and Q bar, let P bar and Q bar are two vectors, okay, inclined, they are inclined at an angle of theta, so that means angle between the two vectors is theta. So then its resultant, the magnitude of resultant vector is given by the root over mod p square plus mod q square plus 2 times mod p times mod q times cos theta, where here very important, theta is the angle between the two vectors. I hope it's very clear. So now we need to define the direction of the resultant vector also. So let us give the direction of the resultant vector. Okay, you can chart and you can type in the comment section also. So what is the direction of the resultant vector? So that means it is being expressed in terms of theta. So that we can write, or sometimes you can say alpha also, no problem, theta also. So alpha is equal to, we can write like this, tan inverse of so mod q sin theta upon, this is mod p plus mod q cos theta. Clear? So the angle made by the resultant vector with p bar vector given by alpha, or sometimes you can say theta also, beta also, no problem. Tan inverse of mod q sin theta upon mod p plus mod q cos theta. I hope it's very clear. Okay. So let us move to the next concept. So let's have a discussion on next concept. dot product dot product dot product of two vectors p bar and q bar The dot product of two vectors p bar and q bar is denoted by p dot q and defined as, so that means p dot q, this is the dot product between the two vectors p bar and q bar, is defined as mod p bar and mod q bar and cos of angle between p bar and q bar, say theta. That is, generally we can write like this also, the angle between p bar comma q bar is equal to theta. Some textbooks it may be given like this also, so don't get any confusion. So you can chart with me also, no problem. For example, how to find out the angle between the two vectors, that is very important. If the two vectors are given and you are asked sometimes to find out angle between them, angle inclined between the two vectors, you need to find out. So that can be obtained. The next concept, when two vectors p bar and q bar are inclined at an angle of theta. Okay, then see, with the help of the third one only we can determine the cos theta value. See, the p bar dot q bar is equal to mod p times mod q times cos theta. Now the cos theta you find out. What is cos theta? Cos theta is given by p dot q upon mod p times mod q. So using this formula you can find out the angle between the two vectors, or it can be interpreted in theta terms also. Theta is equal to, you can write cos inverse of, that we can write p dot q upon mod p into mod q. Is it clear? Yes or no? You need to chart. Right, Mr. Naveen, are you there? Yes. So let us move to the fifth point. So now we need to discuss the cross product also. The cross product of two vectors p bar and q bar. Okay, how do you define and how do you represent it? That you need to know. So now the cross product of two vectors p bar and q bar is defined as, or denoted by p cross q, read as p cross q, and defined as, see, now you can write like this, p bar cross q bar is equal to mod p mod q. So that is sine of angle between the p bar and q bar, say theta, and n cap. You need to write n cap. N cap is the unit vector. So that means actually p cross q is a scalar vector quantity, not a scalar quantity, whereas p dot q is a scalar quantity. You remember here, where theta is the angle between p bar and q bar. N cap is the unit vector perpendicular to P bar and Q bar. That means both P bar and Q bar. So that means it is n cap is perpendicular to the both P bar and Q bar. So this is the definition of the cross product. So how do you define the cross product of two vectors? You need to define like this. Okay, next let us move to next concept, that is the sixth concept. Right. So now unit vector of A bar are parallel to A bar for both vectors, parallel to A bar. So that is given by, you can say that A cap is equal to A bar by mod A bar. So that means if you divide mod A by its modulus, then you will get it. So for example, let us say A is equal to something, you can say A1i plus A2j plus A3k. So generally you can write now the modulus of A. What is the modulus of A? That is root over, here x component A1, y component A2, z component is A3. So this we can write A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square. So now you can write A cap is equal to A1i plus A2j plus A3k upon root of A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square. Don't worry, while doing the numerical problems you will get better understanding about all these formulae. Okay, next let us move to one more very important concept, that is seventh one, right? Unit vector parallel to the resultant of A bar and B bar. So is equal to, you can write A bar plus B bar, the sum of the two vectors divided by its modulus. So mod A plus mod B. So this is the unit vector parallel to the resultant vector of A bar and B bar. Clear? Right. So next concept, let's have a discussion. See, if I, j, k, I cap, j cap, k cap, what are they? Do you have any idea about I, j, k? Anybody? I is the unit vector along x-axis, j is the unit vector along y-axis, k is the unit vector along z-axis. So my dear students, please remember like that. Are unit vectors. So what is meant by unit vector? Do you have any idea? The whose modulus is 1, then they said to be the unit vectors. You remember like that. So if I, j, k are unit vectors along, that means in the direction of, along x, comma, y and z axis, then, so my dear students, remember here I cross I equal to j cross k, k cross k, obviously 0 you will be getting. So similarly we need to define more about this one, we should know. So important point you remember. So I cross j cross k and k cross j. Tell me, what is I cross j? I cross j cross k, k cross j. What do you get it? Any idea? Do you have any idea? So now my dear students, take a cyclic order. For example, this is I, this is J, this is K. So you remember I cross J is K, so you will get K. Now J cross K is I. K cross J. K cross J is what? Sorry, J cross K. K cross 1 minute. Why? K cross I. K cross I is J. You remember like this. So suppose, for example, it is reversed. What will happen? Let us see. It's very important to be noted. J cross I. J cross I is not equal to the I cross J. Because A cross B never be equal to the B cross A. That can be discussed in later. Don't worry. In clear manner we shall discuss in the next coming sessions. J cross I is equal to negative of I cross J. So you get minus, because direction will be different. Similarly, K cross J minus I. Right. I cross J. What do you get it? You might have expected the minus J cap. Clear? I hope it's very clear to you. So next, let us move to the 10th concept. 10th concept. Right. So how to find out the area of the parallelogram? So two adjacent sides are represented by the two vectors. So let's have a discussion on that one. Area of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram formed by two vectors P bar and Q bar is equal to what? Modulus of P cross Q. Actually, this is the scalar quantity. Now you will be getting P cross Q is the vector area also we can find out. It's a scalar area. So it has some units. That is the units is, you can say that unit square, centimeter square or meter square, that you can write it. So next one you have, so work done. So what do you mean by work done? Work done is denoted by the W, that is equal to, you can write work done is equal to F dot S, where F is the force, S is the displacement. So this you can write it, this is nothing but a dot product, it seems to be rather dot product. You can write mod F mod S cos of angle inclined between F and S, that is theta, cos theta you can say. Here where you can say that F is the applied force, the force is being applied force. On applying the force, it is a displacement, it undergoes displacement. S bar is the displacement, clear? Displacement. And theta is the angle between F bar and S bar. So once again, it's very important, please remember like this. So W is equal to F dot S, that is equal to, simply you can write F bar times S bar times cos theta. This is nothing but dot product. So please remember, this is very important. This formula is very important. It's you may be getting many problems based on this concept in the numerical problems, regarding to the numerical problems. Okay, next let us move to the 12th one. 12th one. Torque Q. So torque Q is given by, okay, that is equal to, you can write R cross F. R cross F, cross product this is, where R bar is the perpendicular distance from the point that means point of action, from the point of action of force, and F bar is the force applied. So this is also very, very important. So torque and also work done. In the previous 11th one we have discussed work done, but whereas in 12th formula torque is the cross product application, whereas the work done is the dot product application. Okay, now let us move to the 13th one. How to find out area of the triangle? Area of the triangle with P bar and Q bar as sides is equal to half modulus of P cross Q. Right. So this is the actually scalar area. If you want vector area, half times P bar cross Q bar. Right. So let us move to the 14th one. 14th formula. Right. So then the conditions, if the two vectors are parallel, then what is the condition? This is very important. Based on this also, the questions will be asked in the examination. If two vectors say that P bar is equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K and Q bar is equal to B1I plus B2J plus B3K. So you may have one doubt. So what do you mean by A1I plus A2J plus A3K? So this is nothing but the P bar has been expressed as a linear combination of A1, A2, A3, where A1 is the component of I, A2 is the component of J, A3 is the component of K. Is it clear? I hope it's very clear to you. So now if two vectors P bar is equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K and Q bar is equal to B1I plus B2J B3K are parallel, my dear students, please remember, then okay, what is the condition means A1 by B1 is equal to A2 by B2, A3 by B3. So just you make a box, you remember this item. This is very, very important. So very, very important. I hope it's very clear to you. Please note down in your notebook also. Right. For example, if they are perpendicular, what will be the condition? So that condition we are going to remember the fifth as a 15th one. So let me write once again. If the two vectors P bar is equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K, clear, and q bar is equal to b1i plus b2j plus b3k are perpendicular, then, so my dear students, remember p dot q is equal to 0. Why? It's very simple. Let me explain. So as for the definition of p dot q, you have like this: p bar dot q bar cos theta. So as they are perpendicular, what does mean by theta? So here theta is equal to 90 degrees. Substitute mod p mod q cos 90 degrees. So what is the value of cos 90 degrees? Yes, absolutely correct, 0. So mod p times mod q times 0. 0 multiplied by something, 0. So p dot q is equal to 0. Now we need to find out p dot q, and it is being equated to 0. So therefore you get a beautiful condition, that is a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3 is equal to 0. So this is the condition that these two vectors are mutually perpendicular each other. This is called perpendicularism. The previous case we have discussed parallelism. I hope it's very clear to you. Okay, next let us move to the 16th point. So my dear students, once again, if you want more clarity, once again you watch these videos. So okay, next, when a body, this is very important, when a body of mass m moving with a velocity of v bar, okay, then kinetic energy is given by, that is Ke, kinetic energy, is equal to half times m times v dot v. Generally the kinetic energy is given by half mv square. Is it clear? This is also very, very important. Kinetic energy also you need to apply the dot product on same v bar itself only. So now the one more very important point we are going to discuss, that is very important point. Okay, that is the 17th point. Right, now if the value of dot product and cross product are equal, then the angle between the vectors Okay, what is our answer? I will give the few minutes to think for a while this problem. If the value of dot product and cross product are equal, so then the angle between the two vectors, what will be the angle between the two vectors. It's clear? Okay. So here's the hint. For example, two vectors are like this. A dot B is equal to AB cos theta right now. Next, mod of A cross B, that is AB sin theta right now. Providing here mod A equal to A, mod B equal to B. Modulus of A bar is A, modulus of B bar is B. So these two are equal. These two are equal means AB gets cancelled. So you have sin theta is equal to cos theta. So divide both sides by cos theta. So sin theta by cos theta is equal to, so you will get 1. So sin theta by cos theta is equal to, from trigonometry, what do you write? Tan theta. So tan theta is equal to 1. So theta can be written in terms of tan also, that is tan 45 degrees. Obviously theta is equal to 45 degrees. So hereafter you remember one thing. Remember one thing, very very important. Suppose if A bar comma B bar are two vectors such that A dot B is equal to modulus of A cross B, then angle between A bar comma B bar, that is theta, is equal to, very very important, 45 degrees. Please note it down. This is very very important. Very very important. Right. So now let us discuss next point. So now already we have discussed, right, unit vector perpendicular to the plane A bar and B bar. Both the planes are consisting of these two vectors A bar and B bar. So that you can write n cap is equal to A cross B by modulus of A cross B. So for example, these two are the vectors. Say this is A bar, this is B bar. Obviously this will be perpendicular to the both. This will be unit vector along this one. This is A cross B. We are asked unit vector perpendicular to both is given by this formula. I hope this is very clear to you. Right. So now one more thing very important. If modulus of A bar plus B bar is equal to modulus of A bar minus B bar, then the angle between A bar and B bar is, okay, what's your answer? What is your answer? Just think. So what is your answer? Okay. See the hint. So modulus of A bar plus B bar equals to modulus of A bar minus B bar. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. So on squaring on both sides, what do you get? Modulus of a bar plus b bar whole square. Modulus of a bar minus b bar whole square. This we can write mod a square, a plus b whole square formula. Mod b square plus 2 mod a dot mod b equals to, in the similar fashion, right hand side we can write mod a square plus mod b square minus 2 mod a mod b. So my dear students, please remember mod a square gets cancelled, mod b square and mod b square also. So what do we have remaining here? We have, see, it's clear, 2a dot b mod, sorry, 2a dot b only, okay, right, clear, right, a dot b write down here, a dot b write down, a dot b write down, wait, let me write 2a dot b, 2a dot b is equal to minus 2a dot b. 2 is the common factor, both they will get cancelled. We have bring a dot b, again 2a dot b is equal to 0. You get a dot b is equal to 0. If a dot b is equal to 0 means we get the two cases, either a is equal to 0 vector or b is equal to 0 vector. A and b are not 0 vectors, that's why provided. So a must be perpendicular to b bar. Therefore angle is 90 degrees. This is very important. So very important. So you need not by heart these steps. Directly remember this condition. This is very important. Mod of a bar plus b bar is equal to mod of a bar minus b bar. Then the angle between a bar and b bar is given by, that is 90 degrees. They are mutually perpendicular each other. Okay, next let us move to, this is very important, once again you remember. So mod of a cross b whole square plus mod of a dot b whole square is equal to how much? This is equal to a square b square, you remember. Here mod a equals to a, mod b is equal to b, provided mod a is equal to a, mod b is equal to b. So let also you can say condition. This is also very important. During problem, while doing the problems, actually you can apply this condition. This condition is very important. The proof is not necessary, just remember, because you are the physics students, whereas in mathematics we need the proof. So just remember, proof is also very easy, right? So 21, if a vector, it's very important this one, a bar is making an angle theta with the horizontal, then the scalar components, this is very important. Okay, so first one is horizontal component, so that means horizontal component of a bar, that you can write as ax along x-axis, that is equal to mod a cos theta. So second one is vertical component, vertical component is denoted by the ay, That's also mod A sine theta. I hope it's very clear to you. Horizontal component and vector component. So now this is scalar component. We can define the vector component also. Don't worry, vector component also we can discuss, right? So now from this we can derive important points. Right on note. First point. See here, modulus of A bar is equal to root of ax square plus ay square. That means actually horizontal component square plus vertical component square. So next we can write, this is very important, vector components. Vector components. Vector components of A bar. So first one, ax bar. Ax bar is equal to a cos theta. That means multiplied by the unit vector along x-axis, that is I. You can write I cap. Similarly, ay, vector component of along vertical component, like y-axis, that is. You can write that is ay, a sine theta, j. So now, how to write in terms of horizontal component and vertical component? How do you express this vector A? Vector A is equal to ax component plus ay component. That is equal to a cos theta I plus a sine theta j. That means here see, this is nothing but horizontal component. This is called vertical component. I hope it's very clear to you. Right. This is two-dimensional system. For example, if it is a three-dimensional system, how to write it? That's very important. In 3D, in three-dimensional system, in 3D system, we have x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So A bar is equal to, you can write AXI plus AYJ plus AZK. Here mod A is equal to, so under root of AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. Clear? Right. Okay, next. It's very important point we need to discuss. Next one is 23rd point. Let 1 minute. A bar is equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K and B bar is equal to B1I plus B2J plus B3K. Then how to find out A cross B? A cross B is a vector. How to find out the vector? So this vector can be obtained using the determinant concept. So that means you can write A cross B is equal to determinant of IJK A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. So that means this can be written like this now. A cross B is equal to, you can expand this determinant using rows or columns also. So in the next coming sessions, I will discuss the even basic mathematics for physics students also. In that clearly I will discuss how to find out determinant of the different square matrices. Okay. Now A2 B3 minus A3 B2 of I minus of j, and this is of k. Right, let me write. So a1 b3 minus a3 b1. So this is a1 b2 minus a2 b1. 1 minute, 1 minute. I will write once again for your clarity. Right. This is j, this is k. So a1 b3 minus a3 b1. So a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Right. So next, very important concept. When alpha, beta, gamma are the angles made by the vector a bar with x, y and z axis respectively. So then how to find out cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma? They are said to be the direction cosines. So that means direction cosines. So direction cosines, cos alpha is given by ax upon mod a. Right. Cos beta ay, y component, by modulus of vector a. Okay. So cos gamma is equal to az. So that is mod a. Here you remember where a bar is equal to axi. Already we had a discussion. Ayj plus azk, provided this one. You remember this one. So my dear students, please all of you go through these 24 formulae regarding to the properties of vectors or elements of vectors. So in the coming session, we are directly switch over to the problems itself. I hope it's very clear to you. So still you have any doubts, so you can chat in the comment section. Definitely that will be addressed in the next sessions. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.